You're the only one that gets a welcome back from vacation song, mister, so I hope you appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a welcome back from being gone for a few years song.
Well, it feels like that. These are January 6 years.
For mommy and daddy
Do you
fighting.
have any bombshells ago that was?
Yes.
I mean, we've already had one hearing, right? Scheduled and then one blown up. The Thursday one.
Yeah, that's moved to
We got too much
whenever.
info.
They won't stop criming.
They won't.
There keeps being new evidence, new people coming forward, new information. So I don't know what has happened, Jody. Something's got to be there in the
Something's gotta
process
be
of
did.
something.
Some gonna be did today at 10
Right.
o'clock.
Yes. That got moved later.
Yes. It was going to preempt us, but now we have a
Yes.
full show
I know
today.
I had planned for a full show on that
Also,
vacation.
it's mommy's first day without sunglasses. It's first day without tape on my eyes.
Yeah.
Although I have to send him a picture tomorrow, and I might have to go back and get tape put back on again. Because remember, I popped a stitch, and so I might be that guy that has to keep lifting his eye up, and
That guy with
death
one good
becomes
eye.
her. Yes.
One good
I
eye.
might be in honor of Stuart Rhodes. Oh, it's fine. I have a lot of tape residue, Jody.
Do you have any here just in case?
You could wear an eye patch. That's a sexy look these days.
I've worn an eye patch.
Yeah.
Mommy's had some
Could be like Daryl Hannah in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
There you go. That she was
Solid.
badass.
Yeah.
How's it look? Do I look a little like a Picasso? I'm
No,
not used to the no tape.
Oh,
You're fine.
Okay.
you look great.
Oh, good. I'll be surprised at everything that happens in the hearing today. I'll be like, what? Connections between the Proud Boys and Trump? What?
You look fine.
Thank you. You know I'm going to need a little more than that.
I know.
Once this settles. I'm gonna need... Okay.
You need a little propping up after it settles.
Mommy's had a hard time. Okay. Jody.
Yes.
What are you hoping for from today? This is very exciting, right?
I've learned not to expect anything because
Yeah,
we
it's
always get
best.
more
Yeah.
than
Yes,
what we
it's
expect.
best.
They have over delivered
They
and
have.
under
Yes.
promised.
So I'm just gonna sit back and let it go. I'm not expecting anything.
As
Yeah.
Julie Chen Moves would say, expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
Expect the unexpected.
Is that what? Okay.
Julie Chen Moonves.
Okay. Is that what she said?
That's it.
Why are we quoting her?
Because
she
she
go
said
by
that for the last
Moonves?
25 years on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if she's on a reality show, then right away it has credibility.
Well, she's all,
You
She's
can
the
trust
host.
it. You can trust it
host.
because reality's right in the title.
Right.
Wasn't she a news person first?
she was.
Yeah.
She was on the talk.
She was Les Moonves' wife.
I can't believe they're still married.
They are.
She leaned into it.
She did.
All right, how did we get off on that?
Because there's not a hearing, so there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
Wait
Well,
till
we're going
tomorrow.
to preview
Yeah, we
everything,
thought
which
it was-
means absolutely nothing.
We
was
thought it
a-
was
it-
going to be during our show,
Yeah.
so we didn't have to do anything.
like,
And now we're like, oh.
You have to go to work today.
Oh, it's not out till
right.
after we're on? Oh,
Oh, damn it.
that was our programming for today.
Right.
Man.
Travis, we were trying to ease Travis back
I know. I
in
was
from
like,
vacation.
then I saw the announcement on Sunday. No.
Okay. So yes, so the reschedule. I don't know. Do we have any? Are they saying maybe next week? We don't know when it's rescheduled.
I heard
Thursday?
maybe
I
next
heard
week.
maybe next week.
Supposed to be
I-
the Thursday primetime big finale.
I think I heard
thing.
Zoe Lofgren say on CNN that
But
was
there
moved
may
to
be
next
two
week.
next week, is what I heard too.
Oh,
So
but also they said they rescheduled after receiving more information. How tantalizing!
People are talking.
Yes, let's give them something
They're
to
being
talk about.
yammery.
It was not immediately clear. They're saying if it was related to information they got in the 8 hours with Cipollone.
I mean,
So,
8 hours.
right?
Yeah, they got to
Little
sift through that
Walter
stuff.
the doggy. People are
Yeah.
getting a little Walter the doggy, which is
Good.
Okay, oh, all right.
Then they get growly.
That was the part. That was the part that canceled the Thursday hearing.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
whoever was in there,
Postpone.
we're like, wait a minute, now what?
That's new.
They were also going through that documentary footage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like
that's-
it's a nothing burger, though.
The documentary, there's a couple of things in it, but
But they had to go through it first.
God.
So
That
I mean, they have a lot more footage than
Yeah.
what ended up in the documentary.
True.
So
yes.
right. And by the way, Steve Bannon, Rachel Maddow said the same thing we did. What's the thing he always says? Signal, not noise. He's
Yeah.
just all noise.
Yeah.
It doesn't. She was saying it's not important. It really isn't.
It isn't.
No.
He's just clearly trying to, of
course.
because he's scared now. Because now his trial's starting, and now there's going to be real consequences. So he's trying to. And first of all, we don't negotiate with terrorists. We're not going to put him or Rhodes on live.
Yeah.
right.
So
No.
that they can try to blow up the hearings.
You don't get to pick your rules for your deposition.
And how about that he lied in the first place? His lawyer
Yeah.
had to admit he lied. That Trump didn't even waive it. exert any
it, yeah.
privilege that he didn't have anyway. But
Right.
he didn't even do that, so they lied about that in the first place. But
Sheesh.
yeah, right. That's what I said. Yes, Glenn Kirshner, our buddy, our pal, said Steve Bannon's 11th hour attempt to testify is a ruse, a ploy. He wants to use this offer of testimony to argue to a jury that they should not convict him. But this nonsense is like a bank robber offering to give back the money they stole as a defense to the crime. It will not work. Couple others. Hang on. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves
okay.
for a moment.
Rutabaga,
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 rutabaga.
rutabaga.
I'll die.
Chris Hahn said Steve Bannon thinks he's smart. He's not. He's a traitor, a grifter, and a con man who's about to be exposed for what he is. And Marcia, one last one, said, why does the Washington Post report this as if Trump has privilege to waive? He doesn't. This is such a colossal editorial failure, and we wonder why democracy is dying. Some media seem determined to ignore the facts in order to create a story where none exists. Yeah, it's didn't have it in the first place. Trump didn't even, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just him going, oh crap, I don't want to actually go to prison. I've never, because now he's like doesn't have Trump there to pardon him, right?
And no matter what he says now, the crime has been committed. He ignored
He
the
already
subpoena.
did, yes, he already did it.
It's
Right.
done.
Right.
It's
You
too
can't.
late.
There's no take backsies, Steve.
Right, they're saying it doesn't matter anything you do now. You can't go
way
back
too
and
late.
right,
Yeah.
undo
Way
the crime.
too
You're
late.
already you've committed contempt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, gosh.
What?
Someone on Twitter says, who is the unrecognizable lady in the green shirt?
I'm still settling. Just think of me as a bag of potato chips.
Some contents may have
I
settled.
might only have a couple days without tape, and then it's back again. So, huh?
I'm gonna miss bottom gun.
Yeah.
I can actually see who's on the phone now. Read my show
Yeah,
prep,
great.
so the show might be someplace slightly more coherent.
Speaking of bottom gun, how's your love life?
What? I beg your pardon. Everything's fine. Okay, listen. What does he not understand about on air, off air?
I don't.
Okay. All right, kids.
Has an itch been scratched?
No. Okay.
Did I miss something last week?
Stuart Stevens former tweets, as a former Republican consultant, I bear responsibility for the democracy-eating monster that my party has become. So I get that Dems don't want to hear from me, but I'd plead with Dems to rally around POTUS. He's your guy. You're going to win with him or lose with him. Make the choice to win. Jody, am I the only one? We talked about this yesterday. Someone said specifically, this is an attempt to divide Democrats
is.
before 22, to take our eye off the ball.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely
I mean,
is.
it's up to him. Don't you think he's deserved the right to decide if he wants to run again or whatever? But why are we talking about this now?
Well, and in those polling, he's still winning.
Yes,
That's the other problem.
That's talking about mainstream media, Jody. That's the other thing. And the whole story they reported on this, Dems don't know they want Biden.
But he still wins.
Right. They buried that
Yeah.
he still beats Trump. So it's just, okay. All right. Ben tweets, after endorsing two candidates that lost the primary, the New York Times has done two stories saying Biden shouldn't run again. Both were light on people actually saying that. Then they polled it and buried the lead that Biden is beating Trump. Are they going to hold a press conference next? I mean, it's just so obvious that I was sort of like, okay, the polling's starting to look really good for Democrats in 2022. What should we do? I know, squirrel. Look over here. Let's divide ourselves about, right?
Well, it's just dumb.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have to, because we've been talking about Boehlert-Ting in the media so much lately. I have to. Andy in Houston said, Steph, I always loved Eric Boehlert. When he died, I was devastated for his family, for our country, felt helpless. I was compelled to make a donation to the scholarship fund to which his family had directed donations. I just want to let you know today I received a handwritten note from his family thanking me for the donation, signed with love, Tracy, Jane, and Ben. It was an act of such class, sweetness, and grace I had to share it. It proved that what everyone experienced Eric intrinsically knew he was a class act, and his family is as well. That made me cry again. I even interacted with Tracy, and she is a pure class. And so anyway, I think of him every day. I miss him every day, and so I'm with you on that. But it's just, boy, we're all doing the best we can, Boehlert-Ting, but it really is. Jody, am I crazy? I get what Biden's approval ratings are and some of the complaints and this and that, but I'm like, this guy has done an
So much
amazing
with so
job
little.
given what, I just don't get it. He's done an amazing job given what he inherited. And I just thought...
And the lack of support in Congress.
Yeah.
This was the first gun legislation we've had in 30 years. Is it enough for any of us? No, of course not.
No.
But given the numbers we have, It's the first gun anything
It's better than nothing.
we've had. And
Exactly.
So I didn't. First of all, I don't want to speak for anybody who's lost someone in gun violence, like Mr. Oliver, who was at the signing ceremony, has. So I understand the raw emotion and all that, but again, if you're heckling the wrong person,
Right.
Like he heckled Joe Biden in the middle of signing something that we've never, at least is a start, right? And I don't get it. I mean, I get the emotion of this is not enough and we have to do more, but
Right.
Joe Biden agrees with you.
Yeah.
He has said we need an assault weapons ban like we passed when he was a senator. But what? Oh, yes. Do we have that? Yes.
3.
The president.
Okay.
Assault weapons need to be banned. They were banned. I led the fight in 1994. Then under pressure from the NRA and the gun manufacturers and others, that ban was lifted in 2004. In that 10 years it was law, mass shootings went down. When the law expired in 2004 and those weapons were allowed to be sold again, mass shootings tripled. They're the facts. I'm determined to ban these weapons again and high-capacity magazines that hold 30 rounds and to let mass shooters fire hundreds of bullets in a matter of minutes. I'm not going to stop until we do it.
Okay, so Joe Biden, I just think the wrong target for,
Yeah.
I mean, oh, by the way, that was another, I think a huge thing on post-Roe is that he's signing a thing that you cannot, to protect the life of the mother.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of the above, as we keep saying on choice, whatever we can do, I think is, but, again, we have to have the numbers to codify Roe. And I would go further, but again, that's down the road, is that we have to expand the court so that they don't just overturn that when we
agree.
codify Roe. One more before we... Hellcat Bruce said, most of you think Biden should act like a president that has a much larger Democratic majority, and then you complain when he asks for a larger Democratic majority. I mean, he's talking about getting significant permanent legislation. So, anyway, that's why I wore my March for Our Lives for the Parkland kids, because I agree. I mean, it's insane that the fact that we've had to act like it's impossible to get an assault weapons ban because of Republicans for the last few years is insane. No, the vast majority, none of us want these weapons of war on our streets. And it's, so anyway, I do hope we, right? What did we say yesterday, Jody? Stop saying 2. We can get 8. We can get 8 senators. Listen,
We need 8.
Would you, when we come back, we'll play the latest Herschel Walker. You'll
Oh,
see
God.
because
Yikes.
is there some other version of WTF Donnie for whatever that is? What
WTF
the hell? What the hell, Herschel?